Gilda says, it's not so much as what you put inside the children, but what you get out of them. One of the programs which we conducted, apart from the inter-school competition for sports, culture, this, that, everything, was photography exposition. The children of the Gilda services, the photos were amazing. Many of them would beat the professionals hollow. It was that kind of a thing. So the latent talent had to be taken out, and we found that yes, we could achieve even that from the children who were destitutes. Every child is born with some talent, but it is latent. So it is the duty of the institutions to bring that out. We have succeeded, I would say, that in this during the last 1 year, we have succeeded in finding out that yes, the children are talented. We have to nurture and then bring them together. Likewise, I can quote several things which have happened. Now, since we are reaching the grand finale of this particular institution, great institution, we also want the children to be not left behind when technology has started playing a major role in our school education. We have in our plans smart classrooms. But of course it costs money and also time. We are very hopeful that we will be in a position to do that. Now coming to the actual welcome aspect. I suddenly remember this particular Gita statement. Sweswe Karmani, then it goes Avirataha, Samsiddhi Labate Naraha. It just means if a person chooses a profession according to his aptitude and intuition, success is certain. This is the essence of this statement. Now it is the fitting that the Gilda Services Management decided to invite our Sri RAVI, the Honorable Governor of this state, to be the chief guest for this grand finale. Welcome you, sir, to this function. Now, by profession and education, a chartered accountant, but chartered a path of authorship and journalism. He sailed through adversaries and adversities and created a niche for himself as a journalist. Welcome to you, Sri Gurumurthy. Now, the next is the family of the Gilda Services. But for you, Gilda Services just does not exist. I would not like to go more and more on this particular aspect because it is tantamount to flattering ourselves. Praise is required but not flattery. Agree? I won't say it is the last, but the most important is the teachers, the staff and the workers who worked even during the pandemic when our coffers totally dried up. But they supported us tooth and nail with dedication and devotion. You are amazing. I am telling you. You are great. Welcome to all of you also. Firstman, but for you, you are the fourth pillar of democracy. Our vibrant democracy is because of people like you. Welcome to you also. Thank you and Jai Hind.
And that's what we do at GOS. We create champions, we create leaders, one school, one center at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, this truly deserves a bigger round of applause. A nice, rapturous round of applause. We will now felicitate our dignitaries on stage. I now request K.S. Shripati, Chairperson, Guild of Service Central, to felicitate the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu with a bouquet. Request Thiru N. Ramachandran, Vice Chairperson, GS Central, to felicitate Thiru S. Gurumurthy, Editor, Tughlaq, with a bouquet. Thank you. The Guild of Service bears witness to the ability of ordinary people to make an extraordinary impact in the lives of others through volunteer service. The impact has been made possible only through the collective determination and passion of the members. To tell us more, and I request to the N. Ramachandran, Vice Chairperson, Guild of Service Central, to address the gathering.
Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, through RAVI, through S. Gurumurthy, my colleagues in the Board of Management of the Guild of Service, members of the Guild of Service, and our countless volunteers over many years who have transformed the Guild to what it is today. It is an honor for me to be standing in front of you today to commemorate the centennial celebration of the Guild of Service. 100 years ago, a group of visionary women set out to create an organization that would address the needs of the most vulnerable society in our country. Over the years, the Guild has grown in strength and numbers. Today, we celebrate the tremendous impact the Guild has had on the lives of our countless individuals and persons in Tamil Nadu. The Guild's motto, service before self, has been the guiding principle behind every initiative and project undertaken by its members. They have worked tirelessly to provide healthcare, education and welfare services to those in need, especially women and children. One of the remarkable achievements of the Guild has been its role in supporting the education of underprivileged children. Through its schools and vocational training services, the Guild has helped many children realize their potential and build a better future for themselves and their families. The Guild's commitment to social service is an inspiration to all of us. Their dedication and selflessness are a testament to the power of human kindness. Today, let us take a moment to reflect on the importance of service to humanity. As we celebrate the Guild centenary, we also need to acknowledge the challenges that lie ahead. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought unprecedented difficulties for people across the world, and our country is no exception. The Guild of Service has responded to this crisis with courage and compassion, providing relief and support to vulnerable communities. As we look to the future, it is clear that the Guild of Service will continue to play a vital role in addressing the needs of our society. The challenges we face may be different, but the need for compassion, kindness and generosity remains as strong as ever. We must continue to work together to create a more just and equitable society, one that is guided by the values of the Guild of Service. The unwavering commitment of the Guild to improve the lives of people in need has been an inspiration to all of us. Let us continue to support and acknowledge the efforts of the Guild and work towards creating a better world. I would like to congratulate the Guild on its 100th anniversary. I also wish to express my gratitude to all the volunteers, staff and supporters who have made this milestone possible. Your work has made a profound difference in the lives of countless people, and I am honored to be part of this celebration. In a world that is increasingly driven by materialistic goals, the work of organizations like the Guild of Service reminds us of the true purpose of our existence, to help others and to make a positive impact on the world. Once again, I congratulate the Guild of Service on its remarkable journey of 100 years, and may it continue to inspire and empower generations of social activities in the years to come. Thank you.
May I take this opportunity on behalf of the people of Chennai City to thank the Guild of Service for the amazing work that you've done. Thank you so much for everything, for standing by the people in need, COVID or not. Thank you very much. The centenary celebrations also showcase the talent of students from GS and school students from Chennai City through GOS, inter-school essay, oratorical and storytelling competitions, Chennai Run, GOS inter-school Kho and Kabaddi tournaments, and a play on Mahakavi Bharatiyar. As part of 100 years of life-changing humanitarian service, ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to have with us our guest of honor, Thiru S. Gurumurthy, editor Tigla, and I request him to address the gathering. With a big round of applause.
The Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, Sri RAVI, Sri Sripati, who explained the wonderful history of service of the family of Guild of Service, my friend, Mr. Rani, because of whom I am standing before all of you, and his Rani daughter, who is part of this family of Guild of Service. You know, in 2005, I was in Atlanta addressing a group of Indians. They said that India is rising, Indian economy is rising, India's global stature is rising, but the Indian people's approach to one another is not being appreciated because India is not a philanthropically highly noted country. This was the enormous response I was getting from different people. I came back and studied, and I was astounded to find how wrong that perception is and how we have allowed that perception to fester. I'll give you 2-3 examples. This happened in 2005. In 2003, the Participatory Research Agency in India made a study of the philanthropic habits of the Indian people. I am not talking about organized charity. 40% of the Indian families do charity without the knowledge of anybody. 86% of them who do charity are earning below 100,000 rupees per annum, and 26% of them are not even schooled. 30% of them live below the poverty line. This is the study of Participatory Research Agency in India. And so far as the corporates are concerned, in 2012, Hudson report said, I won't get into the detailed title of the report, it said the corporate charity in Asia is almost 150% of the corporate charity of America, of Asians, of Indians. And it goes on to say how philanthropy is a great tradition in India, rooted in their earliest scriptures. You know, it's all said about people who give, they are praised. But it is the reverse in India. When Swami Vivekananda went to America, many people met him because he became overnight such a celebrity. Everybody came in search of him, and so did Rockefeller. Rockefeller came and he was introduced just like anybody, and he received him just like anybody. He didn't give him any special treatment. Rockefeller thought that he was not well received because he didn't go with a check. Next day, Rockefeller went to him and met him with a check. Then Swami Vivekananda took the check and put it on the table. He said, you are not even saying thanking me. He said, in our culture, in our tradition, in our spiritualism, it is the giver who thanks the receiver. This is what Taittiriya Upanishad says. The lakshanas, the qualities a giver must have, is explained in Taittiriya Upanishad. The person giving has to be humble. He shouldn't do it arrogantly. So this country, which had this kind of tradition, is being perceived as a country bereft of philanthropical tradition, is something on which all of us should ponder where we have gone wrong. In India, institutionalized charity is a recent happening. Guild of Service is one of the greatest examples of that, because in the last 100-150 years only this kind of institutionalized charity developed in India, Otherwise, charity was a household affair. I come from a village. Even my mother used to wait outside the house till 12 o'clock noon to see whether any guest is coming, Atithi is coming. We always used to keep food for 2 people in the night because nobody should go hungry. These are all very normal traditions. We don't have trust deeds for that. We don't have income tax exemption for that. These are all the characteristics of an impersonal society. We were a highly personalized society. In our village, I don't think anybody would have been left hungry, but people who have the means to see that they don't go hungry. The normal Indian tradition. But that is not how India is being perceived. So, the work of guild of service and institutions like this, which are hundreds and thousands in this country, we have to think that their work is not to say that this is the kind of work we are doing, but this is the kind of work that this country does is far more important, because India is now a rising power in every sense of the term. We are now going to be we are the 5th, and in 2027 we are going to be the 4th largest economy. In 2032 we are going to be the 3rd largest economy. All this will put up the name of being a power, but we don't want to be power in the sense in which the Western countries have been, or in the sense in which China is rising. We have to be a benevolent power, and that has to be done by saying how we have lived a life for 5,000 years. And one of the most important ingredients of that will be to project how philanthropy is a mass affair in India, and it is not a class affair or a corporate affair or an organized affair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Kindness and empathy are part of our inherent culture. We are the benevolent power. To commemorate this landmark moment, I now request Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu to release the Guild of Service Coffee Table Book, 100 Years of Spreading Hope and Happiness. Thiru S. Gurumurthy, Guest of Honor, will receive the first copy. I request the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu to give the copies of the centenary book to Thiru K.S. Shripati, Chairperson, JS Central, Thiru N. Ramachandran, Vice Chairperson, JS Central, Tirumati Himani Baba, Honorary Secretary, JS Central. Will you do a group photo right after that? Yes. One group photo, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. Over the last 100 years, the various projects of the Guild have benefited hundreds of thousands of children, women, and those with disabilities from the economically backward sections of society by providing them suitable assistance to make them responsible and financially independent citizens. GOS Balabihar, a home for the intellectually challenged children Kilpok, is one among the pioneering projects of GOS that pushes boundaries and challenges misconceptions about children with additional needs. The Guild of Service has been relentless in its pursuit of breaking barriers for those with special needs and has enabled them to script their success stories. It's time to meet the champions from GOS Balabihar. Joining us on stage, Ravishri is selected to participate in World Games for Special Olympics in handball. Can I have you, Ravishri, on stage? With a thundering round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. A moment of pride. Congratulations, Rajashri. We're proud of you. I request Bhupalam is selected to participate in World Games for Special Olympics futsal. Bhupalam Biophical, congratulations. Can I have you on stage? Photographers, if you can please cooperate. Thank you. Young women type of you can. Thank you so much. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Nice big round of applause for our champions. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. And I request our chief guest, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, N. RAVI, to deliver the special address.
K.S. Ripati, Chairperson, Bureau of Service, S. Gurumurthy, Dapper, Ramchandran, members of the Guild of Service family, distinguished invitees, friends from media. My warmest greetings and best wishes to all the members of the Guild of Service on attaining and celebrating the centenary of this organization which is committed to the service to the society. Before I proceed, I would like to say that I am told that one of the pioneers, or some of the pioneers had given it a name, Seva Samajam. I don't know if it is true. Is it true? In fact, this name is almost touching and mellifluous to the ears. So pardon me if I continue using the word Seva Samajam instead of Guild of Service, because this is far more cordial, far more touching. So the Seva Samajam in its 100 years of journey has touched the lives of large number of people for the good. And all those, right from the pioneers to those who sustain this organization, because 100 years is a significant segment of time in the life of an institution. All those people who deserve applaud, and I pay tribute to all of them. I am very confident that this organization will continue serving the society for many, many years to come. This organization, Seva Samajam, has been working in the field of education, skill development, women empowerment, and maybe many others. I am sure the leaders of this organization and the volunteers, the members of the family, would continue steering it, guiding it with a greater commitment to say this. One of the literature I was reading of the Global Service is Samanism is serving the less fortunate, helping those who are in dire need of help. And in pursuit of that noble objective, it has been carrying on all these activities, and it has grown. And I was told it uses the metaphor of banyan tree. It has grown quite large. Congratulations to all those associated with the building services for making it so large and making it so worthy and worthwhile. When we celebrate, or any organization celebrates a centenary, it's the time. It's just not any other milestone. It's a very, very significant moment, if you call it moment, in the life of an institution. When we introspect what we have done, learn lessons, and prospect into the future, how to take it forward. And I am sure the civil society will, the leaders and volunteers will be doing that. As Murthy said, that philanthropy is inherent in our culture, it is in our sanskar. Science is, for several thousand years, it has been ingrained in it has become a second nature. Singing. And we have been saying prayers, and we have been told by our parents, grandparents, and we have been told by their parents and grandparents since thousands of years that we live not for ourselves alone, we live for others. So that tradition, that is something which is in our DNA, it is in our bodies. Whether molecular or not, that's a different matter. When I say one is those who are not part of this larger family, of this civilizational family, what we call Bharat. And I'm sure many of people with the impulse to help the needy will be joining and assisting the Seva Samajam initiative in future. While Seva Samajam has completed the 100 years and has moved forward. And maybe I think 25 years later it will be celebrating every milestone 125th year. Our country is also has celebrated 75th year and is moving forward to 100th year, to quarter century of centenary celebration. By 2047, the country has a dream where to reach. And things are being reimagined in the way how, in what way each one of us as an individual or as a collective can contribute to taking the country to its destiny. A destiny we all know is to be the benevolent leader of the world. When India rises, the mind feels comfortable. One gets a sense of relief. The history bears witness to the fact that whenever countries have risen, it has caused concern. When European countries rose, that was the beginning of colonization and massive exploitation. We were victims of it ourselves. When the United States of America and Soviet Russia rose, each one of them, in pursuit of their ideology, devastated the world because they inflicted countless miseries to the people. One in the pursuit of democracy and one in pursuit of communism. When China began rising in recent years, with all its claims and rhetoric, it is now proved how the countries have suffered, be it countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, I'm not talking about Pakistan, how in the name of the way of building infrastructure, it has brought this country into a debt trap. How China Sea, which is a global common, has been turned into a China's lake, and all the literal state, the countries, they have been denied their exclusive economic zone right to the marine resources within the limit. China, by developing the rocks and reefs, they have turned into the real territory. But when India rises, it's not the case. When India says Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world accepts it. Let us see what happened in the recent pandemic. When the whole world was suffering, nobody knew how to go out of it. And when the developed countries, they developed the vaccines, then began the vaccine nationalism and they started holding the vaccine and raising the price of the vaccines. Thanks to our scientists, when we discovered, when we made our vaccines in record time, we shared the vaccine with over 150 countries in the world. That was even though we were struggling to meet our needs. This is Bharat, this is India. Today, the world looks at India to show the way. The existing world order is exploitative, created in the wake of Second World War. The victor countries, small countries, they got together, they were powerful at the time, and they created a world order to serve their interest. It is highly iniquitous. It has created all the problems in the world, be it climate crisis, be it the prevalence of war, be it economic poverty in the larger part of the globe, all kinds of problems, the conflict, millions of conflict, visible and invisible all around. And a major part of the humanity, nearly over 2/3 of humanity is voiceless. What is called global south is voiceless. They all look upon our country to be their voice. And I'm sure India is capable of that. Today the India story is something different. Today, with the fastest growing economy, the world looks at India as engine of recovery for the world, when the rest of the world is still in the situation, recession-like situation. The hope is on India. In all fields, we count. All these transformations has been happening. It has happening primarily, the magic is because the way we look at our country and the way we look at the problems of the country. We look at our country as a family, not in piecemeal, not in areas, not in regions, not in terms of the northeast, northwest, south, east. No, the whole country is a family. This is a concept which ought to have been there soon after the British left, but unfortunately we didn't. We kept looking at the country the way the British looked at the country, colonizers looked at the country. And as a result, we kept dividing, subdividing ourselves. Number of castes which was there in 1951, today it has doubled. Number of tribes have doubled. New identities are emerging. Society is getting divided. This is what has happened when we looked at the country not from the eyes of our own, but from the eyes of others. But now that we have started looking at the country from our own eyes, looking at it as a family, you see there is no discrimination. Irrespective of political dispensation, the country, the family must grow. And when you look at the country, there is no scope for anyone to leave anyone. There is no question of any preferential treatment. Okay, someone is sick, you can ignore. If you consider that person as a member of your family, that person has to be treated. Problems of the country is not again a piecemeal problem, piecemeal solution. The problem has to be looked at comprehensively. Earlier also we looked at health, education, infrastructure. But we looked at it in a piecemeal. We have this much money, so we will build so many hospitals, so many colleges, so many schools, so many kilometers of road. As a result, we kept building hospitals, we kept building roads, we kept building schools and colleges, but we remained home to the largest number of poor, sick, hungry, and areas inaccessible to the larger part of the country. Today, the we look at the country as a family, and we look at the problems of the country as a problem of the family, not in piecemeal. It has to be addressed comprehensively. Now, in this journey that we are witnessing today, and we are fortunate to be the witness to this transformation, and also in a position to be a contributor to this transformation. This double benefit that we have, we must realize it. We must be conscious of it. And in this, the Seva Samajam, what is the role that it can play? It also needs to reimagine. The way it has been doing, the business can go on. You can keep doing what you have been doing, education, you are doing, especially the children in special needs, skill development, women empowerment. You can keep doing it. Can we reimagine what is happening in the last 7-8 years? Because reimagining the country and reimagining the problems of the country, can the Seva Samajam also look at it? Because our motto is service. Our commitment is service is a creed. It is not a service signaling. It is service is a creed. And if that is so, in what way we can do it? In the next 25 years, in what way we can help the country to reach where it should and where it is destined to reach? Here, can we think of? We have been thinking of, now today, let us say is education. Education, when the Seva Samajam started, it was a colonial period. It was not a welfare state. They had to exploit. Whatever good happened during that colonial period to the country happened as a just a byproduct, just happened because it was a necessity for them, for their necessity how to make the empire enduring. And as a result, they had some educational institutions, but not that. It was not as a policy to educate our people. During that background, this organization emerged, and we started imparting services to the people, especially the poor, deprived. Today, education is a fundamental right. We have all around schools, you have all around colleges. We have skill development. Now we have Union Ministry has a Ministry of Skill Development itself. They are doing a lot of work, a lot of resources being pumped in. Now should the Seva Samajam continue doing the patchwork in it? Because we know that we are doing with a limited resources. We don't have that. We can continue doing it, or do we reimagine what more we can do? Now, here, I just urge this body. Can we think of doing something? So far we have been talking and we have been doing services to the less fortunate. Can we think of unfortunate? There are a lot of people in our society who are unfortunate. Can we think of something about them? Let us say, for example, leprosy. Every year we have in the country about 1.25 lakhs leprosy patients. In our own Tamil Nadu we have over 40,000 leprosy patients. Many of them have been cured. There are 850 leper colonies in the country. There are quite a lot here and quite a lot here in the vicinity of Chennai itself. People have been cured, but because they lost the senses, they fall victim. Because when they go and cook food, they don't know how it is and they get burned and the bleeding starts. They suffer. There are hospitals, but doctors even don't touch them. They keep them at I have visited some places and it is miserable. Can we think of something for that? Can we say that, okay, a stigma of it, we can remove it. We will help them, help those. They are unfortunate people. One is a stigma. Second is the pain that they suffer. They have to live in. It is a curable disease today. It is no longer what it used to be. It is a curable. We all know that. And it happens mostly in the poor colonies. It's the poor people. They are the victims because they don't even get to know. By the time they get to know, it becomes too late. Can we do something about this? Can this be our focus? Another area, another unfortunate people in our society are the transgender, the third gender. They are our people. In our country, if you go by 2011 census, we have more than 500,000. I must tell you, these are all suppressed figures because people do not actually honestly report. We have far many more number. Where are they? Where are they? What do they do? They are also ostracized. They are also made to live a life of indignity. And the way we look at them, it also shapes their behavior. Can we think of something? The children, especially the third gender children, make them, sort of pick them up and try to help them building their own career, their own life. These unfortunate people, and they are being our own citizens, and even now there is a greater realization, even at the Supreme Court and all, they have held it. It is, and even now in our laws and regulations, they are now figuring. They are being recognized as a family or as an entity, if you call it so. Now, can we spread? Can we extend our philanthropy? Can we extend our services to these unfortunate people? There are many others. I think that would be a great service. In the next 25 years, we can help these, what Mahatma Gandhi called Antim Jan, what our Prime Minister also called Antim Jan. Antim Jan is not only just poor people. Poor people, poverty alleviation is going on. There are a lot of initiative being taken, and we will always have some relative poor. But unfortunate people, I think if this Seva Samajam can think of them and can bring them in the fold of their service, that would be a great contribution to our country, to when by the time we rise, we can say that yes, these unfortunate people are no longer unfortunate. They are respectable, dignified member of our society. That's all I have to say. I am sure I wish you all the best in the days to come, in the years to come, and I am sure the Seva Samajam not only will celebrate 125th centenary along with the centenary of our nation, but it will continue having 200-year centenary and beyond that. Thank you very much. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and showing us a way forward for the next 100 years. I now request Tirumati Himani Datar, Honorary Secretary, Guild of Service Central, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Dignitaries on and off the dais, members, guests, staff and friends. I deem it both a pleasure and a privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this very momentous occasion, the centenary celebrations of the Guild of Service Central. I am very grateful to Thiru R.N. Ravi, Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest for today's function in spite of his busy schedule, and to grace this special occasion for the Guild. Thank you, sir, for your very inspirational speech, and which will surely provide us an additional impetus to improve upon our efforts, the efforts of the Seva Samajam as you recommended, for not only the less privileged but the unfortunate as well. I would like to thank Thiru S. Gurumurthy, who very kindly agreed to be the guest of honor for the evening. His words of wisdom and experience will surely encourage us to double our efforts to fulfill the mission of this great organization. Thanks are due to Thiru K. Shripati, Chairperson, Guild of Service Central, for his unstinting support and counsel for all the work that the Guild does and for the centenary celebrations. We are grateful to Thiru N. Ramchandran, Chairperson of the Centenary Celebration Coordinating Committee, for spearheading the centenary celebrations of the Guild. I would also like to thank the other members of the Coordinating Committee, Mr. N. Ravi, Chairperson of the Kasturi and Sons Limited, Ms. Nidya Gohan of the AVM Group, and Mr. Amarnath Reddy of Amara Builders for their support. Thanks are due to all the members of the Board of Management of the Guild of Service, whose support made all the programs possible. My special thanks to the office bearers of all Guild of Service units, especially Dr. K.V.S. Gopalakrishnan, Mrs. Uma Muralidharan and Mr. Thirumalai for their support in organizing the centenary celebration programs. Mrs. Aparna Bharatan, Mrs. Maitri Chumar and Ms. Rinku Mecheri for their contribution towards the celebration and the coffee table book which we released this evening. I thank Ms. Rukmini Amirapu and Ms. Malvika Mehra for writing and designing the book that we released. We had a series of events, oratorical and essay writing competitions, an athletics meet, kabaddi, kho-kho tournaments, a photo exhibition, and a play, Bharatiyar, for our staff and children. All our teachers and staff from the different units of the Guild worked extremely well together as a team. A very big thank you to each one of you for making all these programs possible and successful. I would like to thank the donors without whose generosity many of the events would not have happened at all. I thank the press for the coverage that they are giving us today and in the past. I hope it spreads the word about the work that the Guild has been doing for the past 100 years. And I hope this publicity helps us to get younger volunteers to run our projects in the years to come. Thanks are due to the officials at the STAT, at the Folly where we had our exhibition, members of the Chennai Photo Biennale Prism, our own members who attended the events that were held. Your presence and your support encouraged and motivated staff and children alike. All the members of the Guild and the guests who have taken the trouble to come here this evening and to make this event a success, thank you very much for your support and your presence. I would like to thank Thiru Ramchandran's office for their assistance and support. The management and the staff at Hotel Taj Connemara, thank you very much for your cooperation. And last but definitely not the least, my staff from the Guild of Service Central Office, who are the backbone of every organizational event or endeavor, a very big thank you for all your effort. On behalf of the Guild of Service, thank you very much.
With this, the Guild of Service Central Centenary celebrations comes to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you to please rise for the national anthem.